And just like that, Darius Slay is gone. Fly, Eagles, fly. Now listen to this. James Bradberry and Darius Slay out. How many of you were thinking this maybe this time yesterday? I don't know when the Bradberry news broke. Well, at least this time 2 days ago that would be the case, or at least heading into free agency, that Darius Slay would no longer be on the team and James Bradberry would be the one back. Listen, in a Sean Desai defense, James Bradberry fits. If you go look at the type of defense that they were running in Seattle and more importantly in Chicago when he was actually running the defense, you're going to have a lot of those vertical bells. You're going to have a lot of the man with zone principle stuff going on. Darius Slay, he can do all that, no doubt about that. James Bradberry fits it a little bit better than me. And there are several players in the draft, I think, who would do absolute wonders in it. Now, I'm going to throw a bone out here. I hate to even do this. It's going to be controversial. Kelee Ringo from Georgia, I think, could play a vertical bell-type defense the way he's working the third or fourth of the field, getting down mostly. And that's his major focus point. I think he could do wonders in a scheme like that. And I wonder where he could be drafted at. Maybe he lasts to the 31st pick if they have to get a guy like that. Depending on what they do with that 10th pick. Obviously, you know my top two selections are Joey Porter Jr., of course, and Christian Gonzalez. I rock with those guys. But there are a ton of cornerbacks in this that I believe that would fit that. But you definitely want one that's a little bit more physical if you're running that vertical bell. And Kelee Ringo is pretty physical. He can miss some open field tackles and everything. But, hey, man, most cornerbacks do. But when he can, he will light your ass up, and he's one of the best pure athletes in the draft, period. So I wonder if somebody like that could be in play if they go in a different direction, which I hope they do with the 10th pick. I want Jalen Carter. I want that man in Philadelphia. Straight up. That's where I want, right? Trenches inside out. No Javon Hargrave. Fletcher Cox, I don't know what's going on with him, but still, Jalen Carter, somebody like that. A Jervon Dexter, right? That could be a little later in the draft. They have to get that middle end out. Need linebackers both gone, right? Kazil White and TJ Edwards gone. Marcus Epps gone. CJ, your man Chauncey, we don't know what's going on with him. A lot of shit to be happening on defense there, but always start in the trenches first. So Darius Slay, Arrivederci, he was going to be a problem anyway. I feel like he didn't like that Denard Wilson shit, and he probably was letting people know about it, just like Denard Wilson was letting people know about it. So I don't know. More than likely, though, it's just a money thing. A cat like that, 32 years old, want to have that security, and I don't blame him. It is a tough sport, and you only have a finite amount of time to make that generational wealth. So much love to Darius Slay. That boy can definitely play some football, no doubt about that. But onwards and upwards to the future, man. Big love to my man JB, James Bradberry, one of my favorite players, period. So let me know what you think in the direction to go with the cornerback position. Is it wise to go 10? Because there's always room to find cornerbacks and stuff like that. It's always difficult to find premium inside talent along the line of scrimmage. So keep it along those lines. All right, it's your boy Mid-Atlantic Murph, Fly Eagles, Fly Ringo here. You see him in pretty much zone with man principles, but you'll get a fade here. They'll switch release this into a fade for Kayshon Boutte, and he does a good job using his size there. You see him peek in and then reverse that there. Does a good job of bodying up with Kayshon Boutte, and then he gets to use his length and his jumping ability there to deflect the pass. All right, he plays this particular route here to perfection. Now remember, this is the route that he excels with for the most part. You would believe when it's like this type of situation where it's not too far you could go because you're by the end zone. So we've seen him before, but this is right up in the hip pocket here. He turned to locate right when Brian Thomas turned to locate, and he's able to get up for the downstroke here. Although he doesn't actually touch this pass. If you're looking right here, he doesn't touch it. Thomas tries to go with one hand. I'm not sure why he only went up with one hand there. Maybe Ringo had him pinned in too much. But like I said before, if that's a C.J. Stroud throwing to a Marvin Harrison or Emeka Ibuka or something like that, maybe it's different here. But look, Thomas running, not using his hands, he's just trying to position or something like that. He needed to have gotten his hand free, right? Gotten his hand over the top so he could have jumped with two hands there, but he tries to go up and make a spectacular catch. So I would say Ringo's positioning made it to where he couldn't really get that other hand involved. So that's a good rep by Kelee.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.